So, Ronald Reagan was president of the United States when I was born. I don't really remember that, but I do remember living through the Bushes and Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. Trump, of course, has been president for over a year now. We've gotten to see some of the results of that. And reflecting on each of these presidents, I can honestly tell you that not a single one of them did anything to noticeably improve or diminish my quality of life. Now, maybe some of you feel different. Maybe you feel there's a president who did make some decision that benefited your life in some noticeable way. Maybe you feel there's a president who diminished your quality of life in some noticeable way. But for me personally, it's like it makes no difference whether it's a Trump in office, an Obama, a Clinton, or a Bush. Now, I of course don't want a president to diminish my quality of life. It would be nice if every now and then there was a president who noticeably improved my quality of life in some way. That being said, even reflecting on the other candidates that I can recall from my lifetime, the ones who ran for president and didn't make it, even reflecting on them, I don't recall any that were proposing something that seemed like it would benefit my life in any noticeable way. So I just haven't been voting. I haven't really seen what the point is. I'm just constantly disappointed with the candidates that are presented to me. It doesn't seem like anyone's willing to make the necessary changes to help me out. Until now. So a family member of mine recently sent me an email with a link to an article that contained a campaign ad for a Democratic candidate by the name of Andrew Yang, who's running for president in 2020. Now, I don't expect to agree with Yang on everything, but something that I like about Yang, why I'm probably going to wind up voting for him, I'm not sure. It's possible that I'll be talked out of it. Maybe there'll be enough red flags that I decide not to, but so far, I'm thinking I'm probably going to vote for Andrew Yang. What I like about him is that he wants to implement a universal basic income. Okay, and so what that would mean is that I and other adult citizens of the United States, sorry kids, this only applies to the adults. I and other adult citizens of the United States would be given $1,000 a month. That's $1,000 a month that we don't even have to work for. It's just given to us. Now, assuming that it's even possible to implement this universal basic income in the first place, and assuming that it's sustainable and doesn't lead to crazy price increases that make it pointless, assuming that Andrew Yang actually knows what he's doing, then this is something that has the potential to noticeably improve my quality of life. I mean, if I was just making $1,000 more each month, on top of what I'm making at my job, if I was making just $1,000 more per month, I would finally be able to move out of my mom's house and get my own place, right? This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm 34 years old, but my whole life I've lived with at least one of my parents, never moved out, never got my own place, because it's just too hard to find quality, affordable housing within close proximity to where I work. But $1,000 more per month would theoretically be the difference that makes the difference there. I think that if I could finally, move out, get myself a quality, affordable place within a reasonable proximity to where I work, then, that would make me feel happier, more successful, more confident, right? Might improve my luck with the ladies. But of course, it's important to establish how it is that Yang wants to fund this universal basic income. And in the video I was watching, the campaign ad, he was talking about how there's all these people who have been losing their jobs because they've been replaced by machines. Their jobs have been automated. And so he wants to put a tax on the businesses that are profiting most from automation, and we'll just use that to pay for the universal basic income. Now, while I love the idea of a universal basic income, being given $1,000 a month, I'm not so in love with the way that Yang wants to fund this. Now, to clarify, I'm not saying that I'm adamantly opposed to it or whatever. I'm skeptical. I'm questioning this methodology. I mean, my immediate reaction to this was that it seemed like Yang was discouraging automation, which, I don't want to discourage automation. I want machines to take my job. I don't want to do that work, right? I'm just doing that because I have to do something in order to make enough money to get by in a system where the things we need cost us money. Okay, if there's a system that I want even more badly than I want a UBI system, it's a system where machines do all the jobs that nobody wants to do. And so through the process of automation, we're just given access to the things that we need without a price tag because you don't have to pay machines. They have no monetary incentive. That being said, a system where money is rendered obsolete, there's no point in having it, no reason to buy, no reason to sell. Such a system would probably be easier to implement if we first implemented a universal basic income system. Now, for anyone that wants a universal basic income, another reason we shouldn't discourage automation is that, if automation is discouraged enough, then it, goes away, which means that we lose our source of funding for the universal basic income, right? How much would that suck if I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm making $1,000 a month, I'm gonna move out, get my own place, and then all of a sudden I'm cut off from the universal basic income. It proves unsustainable, and I'm stuck living in a place I can't afford to pay off. But that actually seems a bit unlikely. It seems a little far-fetched that this would discourage automation enough to the point where it just goes away. In fact, for those of us who want to keep a universal basic income around, it will be within our best interest to promote automation and to promote the businesses who are profiting most off automation. So the sustainability of Yang's plan might depend, at least in part, on whether people are pro-automation or against automation. That being said, we haven't yet even established if it's possible to implement this in the first place. I mean, is taxing the businesses that profit most off automation even going to bring in enough money to pay all the adult citizens of the US $1,000 a month? I don't know. Okay, I've done a little bit of research into this and quickly was like, oh fuck, I need to be a math whiz for this. I don't know how to figure this out. But based on what I did research, it kind of looks like it might be possible, maybe. But don't go off me here. Like I said, we need to get some math whizzes in here. I want to see some discussion down below in the comment section. Maybe get some video responses. Yeah, we need to get some math whizzes researching this to see, would that be enough money to pay all the adult citizens of the United States $1,000 a month? But I should add that if I get comments like, no, this isn't going to work without any explanation of the technical detail or the evidence for why it's not going to work, that's not going to be very convincing. Likewise, if you say it is going to work, but you don't go into any of the technical detail or the evidence that says it's going to work, that also is not going to be very convincing. And, I'll just be left in this situation where it's like, okay, I guess we'll just have to do the experiment. I'll have to vote for the guy and see if it works at the time when the time comes. That being said, if I see enough red flags and I decide not to vote for this guy, there's actually a possibility that I'll run for president myself. Just something for people to keep in mind. I'm not taking the idea too seriously. I'd really rather vote for someone else than have to do the job myself. But yeah, let's just see what happens, and feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Of course, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other people. If you're interested in watching my future videos, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next one. So have a good one, guys, and peace.